I've had my first week on my first week on my first week on Poshmark, and here's the things that I learned. So I've been on Poshmark now officially for 1 week, and I have to tell you, I'm having a lot of fun. It's actually like I thought it was, and on the other hand, it's not what I thought it was. But I'm going to continue to do it. I'm absolutely enjoying it, and I am making money, and that is ultimately the goal of why I started it. And it's just kind of cool to be making money off of something that you enjoy doing. So here's some stats for my first week on Poshmark. I have 55 listings. So I listed 55 things for sale. I have 956 followers. I have 39 available items out of those 55 that I listed. My average discount off of the original price in my closet is 61%. I've sold 15 items, so I sold 15 items in 1 week. I think that's pretty cool. I'm actually really, really pleased with that number. So when I sold those 15 items, I made $347.85 my first week on Poshmark. I think that's really, really, really cool. And that's motivating me to do more and to increase my closet more. Now, I have done some research, and then I'm going to tell you some little tips that I have come up with myself. But the research that I have found, it just kind of, it just makes sense. The more things you have in your closet, the more chances are you're going to sell something. So they say to put at least 10 items for sale every single day. And that is going to be my goal. Whether, I don't know if I'm going to make it until I actually am doing this full time, but I'm going to put as many new listings as I can daily. Now, the thing about Poshmark that's a little bit different, I'm going to be packaging up some sales while I'm talking to you. The thing about Poshmark that's a little bit different that I needed to get used to was I'm used to things like TikTok or Instagram, where you have an algorithm and you basically have to get in good with the algorithm in order for them to promote you and for you to be seen. Whereas on Poshmark, you're kind of your own self-promoter. So what I didn't realize is that a lot of the people on Poshmark that have quite a few sales and everything, what they're doing is they go in on other closets, they like and share those items, and then those items get shared to their people, and then you turn around and you share their items with your followers. And it's kind of like a cool, like you hang out with friends and you kind of help each other kind of vibe, which I think is really nice. Like I said, I was used to kind of an algorithm where if you upset TikTok, they're not going to put you into, at the top of the algorithm, which, can be kind of a little, it can be sad, because you can be like, oh, I'm trying really hard and your algorithm doesn't like me, and then you never get seen. So what you do is, it's basically a community. It's a community of people selling their items, and you help promote each other, which I think is really cool. And unfortunately, I didn't realize about my first week. So my first week, I haven't been resharing anything that everybody's been doing. So I don't want them to think like, oh my gosh, look at the new girl on the block. She's not very cool. So I'm actually going back through my likes and my shares, and I'm starting to do that now. Because like I said, I don't want to be that person. Also too, now in your closet, what it is, you have your newest listings at the top, and then you basically are in control of your own placement of your items on your closet. And what I mean by that is, let's just say the item that I posted first thing on, the very first item that I posted still is not for sale, which leads me to believe that maybe I overpriced it a little bit, but I'm gonna keep an eye on it. But that's like the very first thing at the bottom of my closet. Now what happens is every time I share it, or if I do a price reduction, it will push it to the top of my closet. So it will be the first thing people see. So you kind of have to keep sharing and moving your items around in order for them to stay at the top of your closet. So it's a very hands-on kind of app. I did see that there's a lot of like Poshmark apps that you can buy to help promote your items. That might be something that I look into later on. Right now, I'm just going to continue doing my own. So it's really important to just basically keep moving your items around. Keep looking, keep an eye open for people sharing and liking your items. And then on the same time, you know, turn around and share and like theirs. Now, another thing that I didn't realize is I was getting all of these notifications for like, hey, such and such is having a posh party where they're actually going live and talking about their stuff. And you know me, I'm all like, oh, well, good for you, you know, have fun. I'm not doing that. And then I realized in my research is that what you can do is if you're following them, you can actually share one of your items to their posh party. So all of their people will see your item also, which is really cool. And again, it's a community of, you know, helping each other promote your closets. So I learned that. Now, another thing that I learned is what you want to do is you have of course you're going to price your item in the amount that you think it's going to sell for. But what I learned over the weekend is when you're picking your price, when you're doing your research and you're trying to figure out how much you are going to list it for, what you want to do is you want to find the item that's already on Poshmark, and you want to search the sold items. Not basically, I mean, you want to see what your competition is and what they're pricing it at, but you want to look at the sold amount also, because that's realistically going to tell you how much you're probably going to get for it. Now, what I would recommend, and they recommended also, is that you just list it for, you know, just list it probably a little bit over what it's sold for, because you will be getting offers in on your items. And I have been taking all of the offers because they've been very reasonable and they've been selling for about what I thought it was. I did get an offer yesterday that I countered back on, and they didn't take it, and I'm okay with that because I still know I have it priced about where I want to put it. So I will keep that in my closet and wait for another offer. Another thing I learned on Poshmark, when you're building your closet, what you want to do is you want to diversify. And by that I mean you don't want it just to be all like one brand or one item. You want to kind of, you want to give it a little variety, give it a little spice. So what I've been doing is I have been selling purses, because I love purses. I could talk about purses and sell purses and shop for purses all day long. But you want to do shoes, and you can do records, and you can do electronics. You can make it anything you want to make it. So what I have been doing, and I just like to do this, is I kind of visualize, let's just say you're walking around a town and you come across a boutique, and it's a really cool boutique, and you walk in, and aesthetically You know, they have like maybe some plants and a cool little vibe, and they're just selling a variety of different things. I mean, you can get a purse, you can get a wallet, you can get a top, you can get like a little knick-knack. You can get whatever it is that you find that's cute. I have that vibe with my store because I want people, when they're looking in my closet, to feel like they just walked into a really cool boutique in some really cool little town, and then they find what they want. So those are my first week tips. Basically, diversify. Find a bunch of different things that you want to sell and sell that. When you're pricing your items, not only check the available ones, but also check the sold items and then price accordingly there. It's all about a community. It's a community-based app. So you want to have a lot of followers, but you want to be following a lot of people. You want to be following them because when they do their lives or anything like that, they're going to share to their community the same thing that you're sharing to yours. So it's just it's a community-based driven app, which I think is really cool. You want to, again, just have a theme. I mean, I personally have a theme of things that I would wear that I find cute. And just do lots of researches. I mean, if you're going to go thrifting or if you're going to go thrifting to put the things into your closet, make sure you do some research. There are definitely some brands out there that sell much better than others, and you just want to be able to pick those up and get them. I've definitely had some trials and errors. I've bought jackets that I think are really cute. They're going to sell much higher, that I'm either taking a small loss or I'm breaking even. But it's a learning process, and I'm learning as I'm going, and I'm really excited about this. So that was my first week on Poshmark. I hope I gave you some great tips. If you're on the fence and you're thinking about starting a Poshmark account, I say do it. If it's just a hobby, it's a lot of fun. You can make some change on it. If it's something that you want to do as a living, it's definitely doable, and it's definitely there's some maintenance and there's some hard work that goes into it, but it is definitely doable. I have had just an amazing week, and I can't wait to see where my closet, where my little online boutique, where I can take this, and I'm excited to bring you with me. So if you've enjoyed today's episode and you liked my tips, by all means, please hit that like button. If you'd like to stick around and see my adventures, you can hit that subscribe button. I'd love to hear your comments about today's episode, and if you'd like to follow me on any of my social media links, those are all listed down below. So until next time, remember, wear what you want, happy poshing, and I will see you tomorrow.